We're diving right into a massive decision that pretty much every modern student has to face, and we are doing it with actual data. I'm so excited to share insights from a grueling 8-month classroom test to finally solve the ultimate student tech dilemma. You know, we aren't just reading off spec sheets today, no way. We're looking at real-world, in-the-trenches academic survival.
So let's dive into this core question: iPad or Android for studying? It is incredibly easy to get completely bogged down by tech jargon, processing speeds, and, well, endless marketing hype. But today we're cutting through all of that noise. We're going to give you practical, tested, real-world advice based on nearly an entire academic year of rigorous note-taking, file downloading, and lecture attending across a bunch of different devices.
Here is our structural roadmap for today's explainer. We'll be hitting 1. The note-taking foundation. 2. Hardware and screen experience. 3. Battery life and heat. 4. Accessories and hidden costs. 5. The operating system divide. And finally, 6. The final verdict.
Section 1. The note-taking foundation.
We're actually approaching this from a kind of unique software-first perspective. The absolute most crucial point to understand right out of the gate is that the app you choose matters way more than the shiny device you end up buying. For our testing, the baseline tool was GoodNotes. During the whole 8-month testing period, this app served as the foundation across all the tested tablets. Why? Because it's just incredibly versatile and completely cross-platform. It works on iPads, iPhones, Android tablets, Windows PCs, Macs, you name it. And while it originally started out strictly on Apple devices, the developers actually partnered directly with Samsung to optimize it for Android. So today, it boasts a 90 to 95% feature parity between operating systems. Basically, no matter what device you're holding, your primary tool functions beautifully.
Let me paint a picture for you.
Just imagine our little stick figure student here, completely panicking because they just left class and suddenly realized their tablet is missing. I mean, we've all had that nightmare scenario flash before our eyes, right? Months of intricate lecture notes, study guides, homework, potentially gone in an absolute instant.
And this right here perfectly captures why choosing a software ecosystem with robust cloud sync is paramount. The power of cloud sync, like what you get with GoodNotes, means your notes are backed up instantly. If our stick figure student loses their tablet or even just leaves it on the kitchen counter, they can simply pull out their smartphone or log onto a library PC and have instant access to absolutely everything. Choosing your software first ensures you have this ultimate disaster recovery plan locked in before you ever step foot in a lecture hall.
Moving right along to Section 2, Hardware and Screen Experience.
Once the software is sorted, we definitely need to talk about the physical feel of writing on these devices. Spoiler alert, top-tier processors aren't actually needed for drawing diagrams and writing simple text. What does matter is a major physical difference, and that's the screen gap. The base iPad, specifically models using the A16 chip, has a very noticeable gap between the glass you actually write on and the display beneath it. It can feel, honestly, a bit hollow. Contrast that with mid-tier Android tablets, right in that $350 to $400 USD range. These frequently feature fully laminated screens, meaning the display is bonded directly to the glass. It seriously makes the digital ink feel like it's flowing right out of your pen tip. It's a much more satisfying writing experience at a very competitive price point.
However, there is a specific quirk you really need to be aware of if you go the Android route, particularly with Samsung. The Galaxy Tab features an aspect ratio that is quite long and narrow compared to a standard sheet of paper. If you're used to the wider, more paper-like dimensions of an iPad, this longer screen honestly takes some real getting used to when formatting your notes.
So here's your hardware reality check. High-end, hyper-fast chips are just not necessary for reading PDFs, downloading slides, or chatting with classmates. Instead, you really should prioritize thinness and weight. Our 8-month test revealed that heavy tablets, like the Oppo Pad 5, for example, which feels incredibly dense in the hand, will quickly cause fatigue during a long day of carrying it around campus. Lighter is absolutely always better for a student.
Section 3. Battery life and heat. Surviving a long day on campus is the ultimate test, right? Well, during our 8-month trial, these tablets were subjected to a grueling 3 to 5 hours of continuous non-stop weekend class time. Whether it was a base iPad, an iPad Pro, or Galaxy Tab, they all successfully survived these marathon sessions. But how do you make sure that happens every single time?
Well, here are the tested steps for stretching your battery. Step 1, and this is crucial, lower your screen brightness to 70 or 80%. You almost never need maximum brightness indoors, and this simple little tweak saves massive amounts of power. Step 2,
Trust the device and rely on the internal battery, which directly leads to step 3. Leave the bulky power bank at home. Unless you're pulling a literal 12-hour library shift, you just don't need the extra weight in your bag.
Now, a super quick point of reassurance. Running note-taking apps continuously for hours will definitely make your tablet feel warm to the touch. It doesn't matter if it's Apple or Android. Guys, this is completely normal, entirely harmless, and the device will cool down as soon as you close the app. It's not going to overheat and it won't ruin your study session.
All right, on to section 4, accessories and hidden costs.
Buying the tablet is often just the beginning of your spending, and there is a massive out-of-the-box value divide here. If you choose a Samsung Galaxy Tab S series, their highly capable S Pen stylus is included right in the box for exactly $0 additional. But if you choose an Apple iPad, the Apple Pencil is sold separately, hitting your wallet for an extra $40 to $80 USD, depending on the specific model you need. When you're a student, obviously every dollar counts, so that's a massive hidden cost to account for.
And here's a crucial money-saving quote derived directly from our testing. Don't buy expensive official keyboards right away. Get a cheap wireless Bluetooth one online. Look, those heavy, magnetic, official Folio keyboards look amazing in the commercials, but they're incredibly expensive and often totally unnecessary for daily note-taking. A slim, inexpensive Bluetooth keyboard thrown right into your bag will do the exact same job for a fraction of the price.
Section 5. The operating system divide. Hardware is great, but the underlying OS might actually be the thing that tips the scales for your purchase. Overall, iPad OS currently holds the edge in the classroom. Why is that? Because developers tend to build and optimize their apps for the iPad first, meaning new features and bug fixes land there way before they hit Android. Furthermore, the 8-month test revealed that the virtual touchscreen keyboard on iPad OS is significantly more accurate and comfortable for fast typing compared to most Android interfaces. However, we do have one really important warning regarding the Android side of things. Huawei tablets, while featuring really excellent hardware, lack native Google Play Store support due to ongoing restrictions. This means you have to sideload apps using workarounds. If you're not a confident techie, this is an absolute headache waiting to happen, and we do not recommend them for the average student.
And finally, section 6, the final verdict.
Bringing all of this testing data and insight together, here are our definitive recommendations. The best all-arounder is the iPad Air. It honestly strikes the perfect balance. It supports highly optimized apps, it avoids that hollow screen gap issue of the base iPad, and it has more than enough power without the massive price tag of the iPad Pro. Now, if you strongly prefer the Android ecosystem, the best alternative is the Galaxy Tab S series. The hardware is top-notch, and the fact that the stylus is included makes it just an incredible value right out of the box.
But wait, we do have an ultimate twist ending for you. A tablet does not replace a laptop. This is a hard truth. If you're in a demanding major, like economics, engineering, or computer science, you are eventually going to need a real PC for complex software, heavy multitasking, and specialized tasks that mobile operating systems simply cannot handle right now.
Which leaves us with this final, vital question. Have you secured your primary laptop before spending money on a companion tablet? Look, a tablet is an amazing, totally transformative accessory for studying, but it is just that, an accessory. Make sure your primary workstation is sorted first. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this structured breakdown helps you make the absolute best choice for your studies. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.
If you enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell to the latest update from my channel. Thank you for watching till the end, and see you in the next video.